Who's your commander?
Good luck.
Equip.
Move to combat. Resolves.
Right.
Now, before you attack
Does
me-
anyone have an answer?
Well played.
Good game.
Hello friends, you are watching the Jumbo Commander YouTube channel. My name is DJ. Right now we're doing Arena Singleton. And so we have a brand new deck. What do I have here? Well, I have a mono blue tempo list that I just put together. Man, I've really been enjoying Arena. I think one of the reasons why is because it's just full of brewing. And I've played this a little bit, and there's some really strong parts of it. There's some weak parts of it. And so there's a lot to just figure out with this deck. So let me explain the deck list, how it works, and what the strengths of it are. I think one of the biggest strengths of it is that it's a very easy mana base and a really easy deck to put together because there are not a lot of rares. There are a lot of like small, weird commons and uncommons, and I love it. So my deck specifically starts off with a Siren Storm Tamer and then nothing else at the 1-drop slot in terms of creatures. And for a tempo list, you need to get a creature down and then ride that creature with all of the other disruption and interaction that you have to victory. And maybe just having a single 1-drop isn't the right way to do it. Maybe I need to have an Artificer's Assistant, this little 1/1 bird. I've seen some people running this Mist Cloaked Herald or even this Mist Caller right here, all sorts of other 1-drops. I've been underwhelmed by them, and so I don't have them, but maybe that's wrong. So you can check it out and play with the list a little bit. But I do have a lot of awesome 2-drops that are just really, really good. Starting off with Daring Saboteur. It's got Looting on a 2/1. Departed Deckhand. It's unblockable. Gives other things unblockable. Kitesail Corsair. 2/1 flyer. Merfolk Trickster. Very tricksy. And also a 2/2 for 2. So pretty good rate right there too. The Archaeologist is just a 2/1. Brawls really nicely, but in the late game can just draw you a ton of cards and just take over. Hopefully you don't get to that far in the late game because then you'll be in trouble. Night Veil Sprite has been really good, crafting my future draws. Evasion 2, although it's only a 1 power, yeah, that's fine. Shipwreck Looter is a 2/1, again a loot if you're attacking. This deck will be attacking, so you're going to get that loot. The Stormfleet Aerialist, this is most likely a 2/3 for 2, although not on turn 2 because I don't have those 1-drops to be able to get raid on turn 2, which means that the 2-drop raiders are ones that come down on turn 3 or turn 4. And that's okay. You can play a 2-drop on turn 4 and hold up interaction. That's what this deck is all about. Tetsuku Umezawa gives a lot of things unblockable. You'll notice a lot of 2/1s in this deck. Warkite Marauder, my last of the 2-drops, just a really solid creature getting in damage and then opens up the ground game to get more damage through. Going up to my 3-drop creatures, we have one of the best 3-drop creatures in mono blue, Tempest Djinn. This creature is insane. It's the reason to be playing mono blue. And also Mirror Image. I just maybe want to have 2 of the best creature. I honestly, a lot of time Mirror Image is going to be a 2-drop, and because I don't have a lot of great 2-drops, just Singleton, you got to take what you can get. And so I've actually found Mirror Image to be just fine, just fine. Jace Cunning Castaway, this is another 2-drop. I play it and then I get a Phantasmal Bear. Again, that's fine. And then often I'm able to tick it up and loot a couple times and then Jace dies. The damage that Jace absorbs as people attack it is not really relevant to this type of deck, but sometimes it forces the opponent to tap a few creatures attacking into Jace. You just let Jace die, and it opens up another lane of attack for yourself, which I like a lot. Exclusion Mage is great because it bounces. Remember, we want lots of interaction, and interaction on bodies are really, really good. And this Water Trap Weaver is something really similar. Again, tap something down, so it's that interaction that you really want. Going up to 4-drops, it's starting to get a little bit narrow because 4 is a little bit hard to cast, especially hard to cast and keep mana up as well. Deadrig Hauler is a bounce, so that's pretty good. Dreamcaller Siren has flash. I love creatures with flash because you can hold up your interaction, you can hold up all your fancy stuff, and then bam, cast something with flash. And also Dreamcaller Siren, if I happen to have a pirate, please get a pirate. This is just a house because it comes down and taps down things, gets damage through. And then Tempest Caller does the same thing, comes down, taps things out, lets you get damage through. These are very solid finishers in this deck. And then this might be a mistake, but my top end is Dream Eater. It's a 6-drop. That might not be right. I need to test it more to see if Dream Eater actually ends up working out in this deck. This deck does have a lot of loot though, so maybe it can absorb a one-off sort of creature that doesn't fit in the early game. You just loot it away and then maybe you dig towards it in the late game. The reason why I picked it is because I like that it has flash, I like that it has evasion, and I like that it can sort of sculpt my draws. In the late game, this is exactly what you want because in this deck you have a lot of interaction that just is very, very situational. Okay, speaking of interaction, let's go back and talk a little bit about that. The non-creature spells, okay? Curious Obsession is draw, Opt is draw, Spell Pierce is cheap interaction, Anticipate is draw, Blink of an Eye is both, Chart of Course is draw. Going up a little bit, Disdainful Stroke is interaction, same thing with Essence Scatter. And I don't have the 3-mana counterspells, just only the cheap counterspells, and then that's it. Even if they're situational, I want to be able to interact really, really quickly. Mission Briefing is more of the expensive counterspell because you need like 4 mana or 6 mana to be able to hit some of these impressive effects. Negate, again, another 2-mana counterspell. One with the Wind. This is almost like a 2/2 flyer with haste in this deck. I know that I can sometimes get blown out, but if I can have a target for One with the Wind, it ends up being a really powerful card in this deck. And then going up the list to the 3-drops, I have something that's probably the most important that I've found are these weapons. Forebear's Blade and Sigil Sword of Valoran. In fact, they're so important, I might even think to include the Lance. Let me go find it for you here. One thing, Black Blade Reforged, not worth it. Way too expensive. This deck is not about that. But Jousting Lance, yeah, that might be okay. I'm thinking that that might actually belong in this deck. You include Jousting Lance, you include some of the 1-drops, you cut some of this stuff up here, and that might be really good. Other stuff we have up here is Sleep. This is shut people down for multiple turns. It's great. You can play it, and then suddenly you get in an attack, and then they don't untap, and you get in another attack. Time of Ice is the same thing. Just tempo people out and slow them down. And Entrancing Melody steals one of their stuff. In fact, Entrancing Memory is like my only real removal spell. Everything else is bounce and tap. So sometimes when you're playing against a certain creature, you have no answer. You just have to tempo them out. It means that this deck plays really fun and really aggressive, and you try to figure out all these different lines. And, well, do you know what? You're going to see it. You're going to see it in the gameplay. All right, we're playing mono blue tempo. Let's see what my 7 is. And my 7 looks great. This is exactly what mono blue tempo wants to do. Curve out, have a little bit of interaction. My opponent is going first, so that's not great. But having this Storm Tamer Siren off the beginning, oh yeah. So get this Storm Tamer Siren out, get this Courser out, and then start tempoing them. Be able to have Blink of an Eye up, or anticipate if I don't need to blink anything. I'm very happy about this hand so far. And I've been pretty impressed with Siren Storm Tamer and the ability to counter a spell that targets a creature that I control. I don't care about it targeting this Kite Sail, but I might care a little bit later. All right, I don't want to land next turn, so I'm going to use the Scry right now to make sure that I don't have a land next turn. I do want that, so I'm going to keep that on top. Let's go to combat. And let's attack. Damage. Okay, I feel like I want a little bit more damage coming through. I also might want to see if I can bait out. Okay, so yeah, okay, this seems good. I saw it was a red-blue deck, and so I thought that I might want to bait something out. I think that Night Veil Sprite has the ability to go longer, and when you have a card that has the ability to go longer, you want to be able to save it and land it. So if... One second, let me finish my turn, and then I'll talk about this whole interaction in a second. Right now I need to think about if I want to Curious Obsession anything. And I don't think I do. Okay. This is a very, very minute, like very corner case thing. So I saw that they had red, and so I thought lightning strike, shock, all sorts of interaction. Okay. And then I had the decision between, yeah, it ends up being totally fine on either end. It ends up being the same thing on either end. And so I had the decision to make between the Corsair and the Sprite. And the reason why I played the Corsair is because I wanted the damage on the battlefield first. If they didn't have the removal, then I wanted the damage more than something that will get me in the long game. But if they did have the removal, I actually want... It's going to take me a while to be able to kill them, so I want to be able to go longer with the Night Veil Sprite. This is a big problem. I think I am going to kind of time walk them. I know I could have attacked first or whatever, but I want to see what I can draw. Jeez, that's not good. I'm a little afraid of what they can do with this Murmuring Mystic, especially because it doesn't match up very well against my deck. It blocks everything on the ground, and things that I have in the air are not big enough to get by it anyways. Oh, maximum velocity. This just looks real bad for me. All right, and let's go ahead and anticipate. And this Entrancing Melody seems like it will be very good, because next turn I will take their Murmuring Mystic. And this thing triggers when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, and this is not... Do I want to draw a card? This basically becomes useless later. No. I'm just going to pass the turn. That makes me sad. This Curious Obsession could be really good, and I could have gotten a card out of it right now, but they are 100% going to play a spell, generate a bird, and then if I can't attack with this, it'll just go away. So cycling this is not worth it. Keeping up this interaction is, especially if I have a Murmuring Mystic a little bit later. Just imagine a 2/6 that I can attack in with. No blockers. I've flooded out a little bit, so I need to start transitioning for the late game, being able to play a little bit better. Okay. I've screwed this up before. Don't screw it up. Let's go for red, red. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That makes me very happy, because even though I can't take advantage of this, they can't take advantage of it. And they could have made an army of these birds, and they would have taken over and killed me. And I don't have lots of nice hard removal to get rid of a 1/5. Yeah, so this was going to be really problematic for me. Yeah, kill it. Yes. All right. This spell was great. Let me 2 for 1. It did time walk me at 6, but getting a Banefire out of their deck is going to be really, really good. All right. I probably should have kept that. I should have kept that in hand. I don't need... I'll keep everything from now on in my hand. I did not need 7 mana. I totally didn't need 7 mana, but having a card in my hand to be able to loot with would have been really, really important. So I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to keep this in my hand, and they're down to 1 card. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. Having this be able to protect this creature is really, really good. So I will draw a card. Take action. Thank you very much. Oh, man. The ability to just make a huge monster. I love it so much. And then Disdainful Stroke is making me feel all cozy. Like I got a warm blanket wrapped around me. I'm feeling very, very good. I am... How close am I to racing? 6, 6. That has me feeling like I'm pretty close to racing. I don't think I need to put on that kind of risk, especially when I'm drawing cards. Oh, shoot. That's why you don't attack all. They should make this trade. Yeah. That was my bad. If I end up losing because of single target removal on that, then that is definitely on me. Let's play this. 1 less to cast, absolutely. Okay. Let's end the turn. They should have had a bird, and I should have my Storm Tamer Siren. Okay, it didn't matter. All right, tempo ended up working for me. Mono blue tempo on MTG Arena. Let's get some nice curve going on. Okay, this is fine. I love going first. I love having a 1-drop into a 2-drop. So far, I've actually been kind of enjoying Jace, which, I mean, has me really questioning like who I am inside, that I like this horrible 3-mana Jace. I gotta tell you, I also really like Pelt Collector. I'm a huge fan of that. Yeah, and I'm totally okay with getting this Jace down and generating some card draw or getting a little Phantasmal Bear out there. This doesn't even pump that. I'm feeling really good about this right now. Ooh, okay. I like holding up Spell Pierce. Okay, I think I'm going to end up Jacing and having a bear, but I want to see what I Surveil into first. Time of Ice, interesting. I haven't played this yet. I don't think I want it because I don't have the lands to play it. I would really like to return this to its hand or whatever they ramp into. Like, I think it's actually pretty okay, but I don't want to put it on top and then not have a land drop, and I feel like I can do stuff with more lands.
Smoke and mirrors.
It's smoke and mirrors, says Jace. Producing little serpent, water serpent guys. Oh, Jace. You silly, handsome pirate, you. Alright, what are you going to do on 4? Nullhide Ferox, grow your Pelt Collector. Suddenly I can't do anything and I die. I mean, I'm hoping that this is not how it happens, because mono green can get some big bigs down really fast. Oh, but this is not what they want. If I'm able to tempo them out. Okay, I think I'm gonna, let's see here. Let me tick this up.
Let's think this.
And let's go to combat, attack, 2 attackers. Negate can go into the graveyard. I think that they're going to be mainly a creature-based strategy. They could have something great in terms of negate, but I wouldn't know what it is. Discard a card. I'm going to discard Spell Pierce. I'm going to discard Chemister's Insight. I just can't get over the value. I'm gonna keep Spell Pierce up by getting this sword onto the battlefield. And I don't know what Spell Pierce is gonna be good, but maybe they have a Vivian right here. Yeah, Gigantosaurus. Sure, that stuff happens. Yes, you grow. But there was a chance they had a Vivian here, and Spell Pierce would have been really, really good. As it stands, I'm still feeling really good. Yeah, this seems really strong. Let's tick this up. Let's equip this on the Night Veil Sprite. And let's go attacking. Combat. Attack, attack. Let's get my flyers going on in there. Let's make a little knight that you're totally going to eat. Let's see here. If I draw that... Yeah, I don't need that. I'm also going to be able to cycle through something, so getting deeper to more relevant spells that might actually deal with this Gigantosaurus, because this could go sideways very, very quickly. Okay, and then let's play a land and pass the turn. Yeah, they're gonna draw some cards for sure. But I suddenly have a little bit more of a clock in the air, and this Exclusion Mage has me feeling pretty safe. Definitely gonna get rid of the Spell Pierce next time I have a chance with Jace. Ugh. Okay. Now I'm in serious trouble. I'm in a 2-turn clock. This is real bad now. can I take out, I mean, this Exclusion Mage can be fine, but can I take over the game before Goreclaw takes over the game? That I don't know. All right, this game suddenly got interesting. Let's see what we got. Still got him beat in the air. I should probably talk out what I'm thinking about doing. They're getting extra cards. So basically the long game is totally in their favor. I don't have a way to really deal with these permanently. I have ways to block them and tempo them. So coming in with 4 damage each turn, I have a 3-turn clock. If they have 2 extra turns, I'm dead with Goreclaw coming in and all of this pressure. So I need to be able to do something against their clock. So Exclusion Mage buys me a whole extra turn, I believe. And so that's really good. And that'll shift the power in my favor, especially if I can Jace. Timeout used, poor guy. Especially if I can use Jace. I'm wondering if making a 2/2 is better. I think actually making a 2/2 would be better than the card right here. I think it all depends on what I draw. To land. Now I'm thinking that not making a 2/2 is better. So I'm going to try to get an extra card out of this.
It's a matter of give and take.
And I'm going to go combat, attack, 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 attack. 2 attackers. Make a dude. It's attacking 2, unfortunately. Oh, Disdainful Stroke. Yes. I will keep that on top. Disdainful Stroke solves Goreclaw very nicely. Okay, this feels much better now. So now Jace will draw me into that. I'll be able to chuck this Spell Pierce, or maybe even this Island at this point in time. And then I'll be able to play this Exclusion Mage and then Disdainful Stroke on the way back down again. Yeah, this seems very, very good. Okay, draw. Pitch the Island. And then let's go ahead and Exclusion Mage. I believe that this Goreclaw is actually the problem, not the Gigantosaurus. So let's bounce the Goreclaw, even though it costs 4 instead of 5, even though everything else is important. Would this have triggered off of Goreclaw? Yes, it would have. Okay. Because I can chump this. This still has Trample. So I think that basically this... Oh, maybe not. This wouldn't have attacked because I would have a double block. I'm not afraid of Gigantosaurus, though, when I have the ability to tempo them out like this. I am super afraid of Goreclaw, and I plan on countering the heck out of that. Okay, I'll Disdainful Stroke Vivian. This does the same thing. Vivian would have shot down my Nether Spite. Oh, and in frustration. Were they dead? I don't think they were dead, but I think that was just a frustration moment right there. Okay. Lightning Strike. That's right. All right, let's go in for another game. All right, we're playing some Singleton with mono-blue tempo. Let's get into the game. What am I hoping for? I'm hoping to curve out and draw a bunch of cards and frustrate my opponent with constantly bouncing their things back to their hand. That sounds pretty good to me. So let's hope for even spells and cards. This is not great. I'm gonna keep it though. Sometimes you can't really pick what's going on, and I might draw another creature. Ideally, I would like another creature, and maybe another creature that just attacks well. Merfolk Trickster is one of those things that I would like to keep up. Like, keep up... Ugh, don't need that either. Okay, basically keep up Merfolk Trickster and negate at the same time. I can do that for 1 turn, but it's really nice in the late game when I have some pressure that I can hold up this Blink of an Eye, the Trickster, or the negate, and be really responsive to my opponent. But I certainly have no problem with end of turn Merfolk Trickster and then having a 4/4 flyer. Hopefully that's... Oh, Thief of Sanity. Okay. I think... Okay. I'm gonna lose some value with Blink of an Eye to get Thief of Sanity back to their hand. And the reason why is because, by the way, these lands have been just a disaster. But the reason why is because getting hit by Thief of Sanity almost means that I've lost the game. It's that powerful of a card. And I want to be able to Merfolk Trickster interact with it. Dude, District Guide? That is fine by me. I would have redeployed this Thief of Sanity 100%. Because you didn't miss your land drop. Are you that excited to get up to 5? If they take a gate, then they're not. Yeah, they took a gate. So they're not really freaking out about getting up to 5. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my gosh. This is not going well at all. I'll take 2 for sure. I really want a Merfolk Trickster trade away this for this Thief of Sanity really badly, and I kind of wanted to have negate backup. So that's why I did that tempo play. And it turned out to be great because this tempo play of just taking 2 and letting them get a guild gate, yeah, that's the kind of tempo that I am dying for. It's great. And I drew another land. This is disastrous. Okay, so I let them attack. Then I cast this. I don't think they can really have a counterspell. This will lose its abilities, like flying. And then I will trade it away and be happy. And they did have the cast down, and I do have the negate for it. So that way I can just slowly die to flooding out rather than dying to my own cards miserably because Thief of Sanity is amazing. All right, like, what can I draw here? Ugh, Lazav is going to become a Thief of Sanity. No. This is not the way it's supposed to happen. I'm even cutting lands. Dream Eater, I think, would be what I really want. How? I mean, I have enough to cycle away. I'm not dead. I can still like draw a Dream Eater and flash it in, Surveil, so I can stack my deck, kill us, you know, kill the Lazav that turned into the Thief of Sanity. There is still hope. I'm just not feeling it right now. Tatyova. I'd like a Tatyova. Oh, they didn't. They just drew a Tatyova instead of Thief of Sanity. Oh! I figured it out. The opponent is some sort of malicious wizard, and they knew that I had a land on top, which is why they didn't copy Thief of Sanity last turn so that they can tilt me even more by having me draw a card. And now they'll have their pick of all of my wonderful spells. All of my wonderful spells. And I'm still alive. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad these are gone. I don't even really want these very much. Yeah, by the way, Vivian's fine. I don't really want these very much. Like, sleeping someone for one turn when I have nothing going on is not worth it. Yes, gain a life and draw a card. Ooh, maybe I can draw that thing that steals something. That would be nice if I could, like, steal. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'm still alive. Let's scry. If this is a land. What is going on? What is going on? Yes, you get to draw a card. Yes, you get another card. Why am I still playing this game? Why didn't I won with the wind one of their Carnage Tyrant? Great, you got that. Why didn't I won with the wind one of their creatures and just get this, just move on to the next game? Sometimes that's all you need. I'm gonna go take a little break. I'm gonna get some tea. I'm gonna get some warm, soothing tea, and I'm gonna come back not tilted, and I'm gonna win a game. We'll see y'all really soon. All right, we're playing Singleton in Arena. We're playing mono blue tempo. Let's get a great curve going on. Again, I like going first. I like having opt to be able to set up my draws. I like having, yeah, it's fine. I like having Merfolk Trickster for a little bit later, but I'm totally fine with playing it out on turn 2. Ooh, Jace Cunning Castaway. I think I want that on the bottom. It's a 3-drop. I already have 2 3-drops. I would rather a 2-drop or a land is fine too. Oh my gosh, that is an amazing 3-drop. Oh my gosh, I get to go 3-drop into Mirror Image 3-drop. Another land might even be really good too. Yeah, that resolves. I am going to play this Trickster. And then I'm going to... Yep. I'm going to attack. And play this. If a land would be really great. Being able to mirror image and then also Curious Obsession, this Djinn. Oh, just magical. Yep, you get your ramp on. I'm going to be smashing in the air. You don't have any attacks. It's fine. Oh my gosh. I love it. Combat. Definitely don't attack with that one. Smash. I will draw a card. Thank you very much. No, I don't think so. I actually think that I'm gonna, while you're tapped out, and while I have this, I think I'm gonna mirror image and give myself another flying 4/4. If I draw a land... Oh my gosh. This draw makes up for my last draw. Normally I would keep this to cycle away, but it does 6, 11, 12, 13. So if I play this and then do I even need to Exclusion Mage or anything like that? That forces a... Exclusion Mage forces a chump. Do I care about the chump? No. I'd rather... I'm winning this game anyways. I don't care about the chump. I care about something ridiculous. All right, that's the thing. That happens. And so now maybe the chump wouldn't have even happened. And now I need to do something like this looter. Now I might actually need this exclusion rage mage for something better. Let's get rid of that. And let's play Umezawa. All right, now we have the ability to basically win in the air next turn. And so if they play a big flyer, then this exclusion mage could be really, really good. That has reach. So this exclusion mage is now game winning is what it is. Yeah, and that's really good too, but you know, we're just going to bounce this thing. And then we're going to attack with everything except for this. And these are unblockable, bro, because of my Tetsuko Umezawa. And crushed. Crushed with my deck, running on all cylinders. Amazing draw. We're getting highs and lows in this video, guys. Highs and lows. Let's go on to the next game. Let's see what our hand is. Mono blue tempo. This is an amazing hand. I'm going to keep this and go first. I love the Kitesail Courser coming down. Which one do I want to play first? I think it just depends on what their colors are and how likely they are to have some sort of removal. If this game is going long, Nightveil Sprite is better. If I want some damage coming in first, this Kitesail Courser is going to be better. Green. Was this the same? I don't pay attention to names, unfortunately. I just played against a mono blue deck. I mean, that's pretty good. But we're going to go with damage right here. They could go way bigger than us if they're in green. And the ability to... Okay, this is a little bit different now. But they have the ability to go way bigger than us in green. So I definitely want to go faster and go harder than them. I'm going to opt to try to get a land. Okay, that is fine. And then now I can decide whether I want to Curious Obsession or develop the board. And I think I'm going to develop the board. And definitely get a Nightveil Sprite going so that I can get this Forebear's Blade maybe going. Yeah, let's get this Nightveil Sprite going. This Daring Saboteur isn't going to match up very well against green, but this looks like a Merfolk deck? No, it seems like a non-creature spells deck. It's a green-blue spells instead of green-red spells. I haven't seen this. I like this a lot. Yeah, you got a little island. Get in for 2. Race me. Come on, race me. Kind of want to land. All right. Oh, you got your own sprite. Okay. Yeah, race me. No box. Now I'm pretty sure I'm going to Curious Obsession this up. I'm really glad I got a 2-drop that wasn't this one that gets blanked by everything else. But yeah, let's have Curious Obsession on there so that this lets me attack through. Let's go to combat and attack. Definitely want that on top. Yeah, then I get to draw it, and then I get to hit my land drop, which makes me very happy. And then now, do I deploy this? Or do I put out another dude? This gets damage through. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. This uses up my mana more. I love when I'm a little bit pinched on mana to be able to use up all of this mana. I think that that'd be really good. The problem is that this does nothing unless I commit another 3 mana. So next turn, if I commit another 3 mana, I'm finally getting in 3 damage. Which is fine. If I draw a land, I can go 3 and then 2, or do nothing and go 2 and 2. This gets 2 damage in no matter what. This could get me... I'm afraid that they're going to play a spell. Okay. I don't know if that was the right decision, especially because they're in blue, they have bounce. They could time walk me if I go to try to equip, and I would equip on this Kitesail Courser, by the way. I'm not going to get greedy and try to make my own dragon over here. We'll see if that's the right play. I'm thinking that it wasn't. It does get a little bit more damage through, because I'm attacking for 3 this next turn. Ooh, gross. All right, well, this kind of changes things, and that way I won't equip. That's kind of cool. They have a similar deck to me, except for it's green. Too. I like that a lot. I was a little bit afraid of going 2-color because of all of the tempo. Like, I really want to be able to curve out. Equipped creature dies. So I can double deploy dudes, which is probably the right decision. Or I can deploy 1 dude and get Forebear's Blade going and just get 3 more damage. No, I am going to double deploy dude. And then let's go this. And this. And pass the turn. Okay. So this can bounce this. This is not sacrificed as an effect. So this can be equipped, this can be targeted, and this deckhand nothing bad happens to it. And I'm wondering what they're gonna return back to my hand. Maybe this one. This Daring Saboteur. I think this Time of Ice definitely slowed me down, definitely let them get a little bit more tempo. I'm not super worried right now about this race, even though they are doing 4 damage to me. Okay, yeah. The Daring Saboteur is a little bit more of a threat. I will for sure Forebear's Blade up this Departed Deckhand, even though it's a little bit fragile. Like, it can die to a pump spell versus like a kill spell. But I think... I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Because I can always activate and turn that on. Because I have 5 mana? Yeah, no blockers. We are racing a Johnny Sir. Okay. So, let us equip up. This thing is unblockable. So that just seems good to me. Oh, does this kill all things that are tapped? It does, doesn't it? I think I screwed up big time. Return all tapped creatures, right? Okay. Well, that's fine. It's because I probably shouldn't have attacked with this to get in the last 2 damage, but this does get 5 in right now, and so if they don't have anything to deal with this 5 damage, then that's the game. I am at 5 too. Do I Chemister's Insight? It's at instant speed, right? Okay. So I'm going to play a land pre-combat. If I need to, I'll Chemister's Insight for a counter spell if they have something amazing. But I'm going in for the win. Yes! Yes! Okay, turned out getting in that 2 damage was correct. I was kind of like a little bit not paying attention to what gets bounced, but turned out that it was really, really good. I like that green-blue tempo deck a lot. I really liked Time of Ice. It turns out that my cards might have been a little bit more aggressive. And so I went 5-1. Very happy with this, especially very happy with that one. Oh, look at that. Lena, selfless champion. Imagine that. I was very happy with that one game I lost. That was particularly fun, wasn't it? All right, I hope you have been enjoying Singleton.